What's going on, everybody? Tactical Trader here. I get a lot of emails, people asking me, how do I have my chart set up? What charting program do I use? I thought I answered some of that in my scanner video that I put out a while back, but I have no problem going over the chart set program that I use, or why I use it. I use Thinkorswim. I cut my teeth on it. I got my eyes adjusted to it. I've used other charting programs, but I always come back to this one. I've tried a TC2000. I've tried I think it was even Short Trader when I used to trade with them. I use this just for charting. I execute my trades on TradeNet. I like TradeNet; they're a good company. Pretty cool with some of the guys over there. They're all good guys. They're all doing their thing. Very helpful in education. You guys should check them out. But moving forward here, this is what you get when you first open a box, so to speak, on the Thinkorswim platform. The pre-market data is grayed out. You see that right here. All this right here is pre-market. I use pre-market data. I know there's some traders who don't. I find it gives me a little bit of an edge, seeing where the stock, started at in the day, or had a little bit of volumes that done in the day. You can see that down here at the volume bars. It just helps me. It may not help you, and that's perfectly fine. But going forward, we're going to walk through how I set my charts up and the time frames I use. And first, we're going to go here to this gearbox. I'm going to click on that. And we're going to remove these volume bars down here at the bottom. These bright greens and reds. I don't like having that in the same chart. And to do that, we're just going to go on Layout right there and Overlap Volume. Click Apply. Okay, and there we go. We separated it out. Less noise, less confusing. It's all good. Next, we're going to edit our time frames and add our studies. I use indicators. Some people don't use indicators. Some people, say it's too much confusion. You're looking at wrong things. It's whatever helps you get the edge that you need. Really, what you may see may not be what I see when I look at your charts or your setups or how you have them set up, and that's perfectly fine. There's a million ways to trade out here. You can go broke trying to trade like someone else. It has to suit your personality, and that's basically it. You gotta try certain things. Some things may work out, some things may not. I pulled how I have my setups configured from talking to other traders. Speaking with other traders. You'd be surprised at how many helpful people out there will speak to you if you just reach out. Just open your mouth. Closed mouth doesn't get fed, my uncle used to say. All right, so we're going to go now here to Appearance. And for me, I don't like this gray background. It just doesn't suit. I need it to pop, so to speak. So we're going to click right there on Background, and then we're going to set our background color to black. And then we're going to click here where it says Fill In, and we're going to fill in our bull candles. So now our bull and our bear candles are filled in. And we'll click Apply, and from here, this is the fun part. Let's see, quick time frames. Now we can edit our time frames from here. I use the 5-minute, the 10-minute, the 15, and the 30, and I'll show you guys how I use that later. But you can edit any time frame you want. You just click on here and go to time, and you can do tick or range. You can do day, 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, 4 days, and down here you can just edit how long you want to have it done. It's a pretty cool feature. I haven't gotten. I just haven't been interested enough to dig any deeper. I'm pretty sure there's all sorts of things. You can probably do market profiles on Thinkorswim, but that's another discussion for another time. All right, so we got our appearance, we have our time frames. Let's go ahead and click OK. Now we're going to add our studies. Click up here, studies. I just told it edit studies. I use moving averages. My moving averages are, I don't use the simple. I use the exponential moving averages, and I just type in moving, I click enter, and there we go, exponential moving average. I click down here, I click add, I'm going to add once, twice, 3, 4, and then we're going to type in, oops, there we go, highlight that. We're going to type in VWAP, volume weight average price. Before I go any further, I want to tell you why I use the exponential moving average. I use these because they react faster to price action than the simple moving average does. The 9 is for short-term, price action. We're going to go ahead. It's 9, and we're just going to make this, let's make this a bright red. Bright red. If you've seen some of my charts on my Instagram, you notice I use a 9 as a bright red, right there. We'll click OK. And we'll go, next one is going to be the 20. 20 is a little bit longer term, but you know, the price, the stock will react to the movement of this price, and you'll see it here in just a minute. All right, and this is going to be a nice yellow. I don't know how many people remember Bob Ross back in the day in the 90s and 80s. This guy was painting happy trees. You know, the most relaxed guy ever. You want to, you know, let some stress. Nothing got to this guy, man. He's awesome. Good times. All right, and next we're going to use the 50. 50 and the 50 EMA. We're going to make that a nice bright green. Now, when I see stocks pierce through the 50, 9 times out of 10. Not 9 times out of 10. Let me not say that. Let me say 7. How about 7 out of 10? Those are still good odds. Those are still good winning odds. The stock will pierce through. If it's a quick, sharp movement, and the stock isn't just hanging under it, the stock will pierce through the 50, go up maybe 20, 30 cents, and then start to pull back. Let's see here. We got that there. Show steady. Yep. All right. And last but not least is the 200. Stock really has to have a lot of horsepower to break through and hold the 200. All right, and we're going to use the VWAP. VWAP, we have all these other bright colors. Let's make that a nice beige here. We've got the black background. We should see it all. I don't like these upper and lower bands on the VWAP. I never use those. I tried, and it just didn't work for me. I was just like, it really, you know, cluttered up the chart, so to speak. Now, of course, this is what works for me. What works for you can be totally different. You may be able to use these, and that's perfectly fine. Now we're going to apply this. Apply. Boom. All right, where'd our 9 go? Did we do something? Did we do something, gang? No. Yeah. Take that off. Put that back on. There it is. Okay, that's better. All right. Now, you can see here, to me this is still kind of noisy. I mean, you can see the EMAs here. Let's zoom in a little bit. We'll zoom in from, let's see, I'm usually up. And at my desk, probably around this time, we'll do 7 to 10 around the peak here. All this is pre-market data. It's grayed out. But you can see you got the 50, the VWAP, 20 and the 9 stocks, you know, just bouncing around these ranges, trying to find a price, you know, and it touches the 20, pulls back, goes under the VWAP, the 200, and everything. You know, the bell rings, breaks through real quick. Now this is on a 1-minute chart, and it's probably one of the reasons I'm having problems reading it, but you can see it's definitely heading down. You know, lower high, lower high, lower high. Low of the day, I believe, 50-40. All right, but let's switch this over to a 5-minute time frame. Now, in a 5-minute time frame, for me, this becomes a little bit clearer. Let's zoom back in. Still lower high, still lower high. But right here at the bell, you know, pierce through. Don't take a trade, at least I wouldn't, right here. At near the 52 mark. I mean, you could, but this could go on all the way back up, pierced the 52.31, may even try to even touch the 53.30, and that's something the dice, you don't want to roll those on a trade like that. But the trade I probably would have took on this today wouldn't have been here down at the low of day, but I'm pretty sure once it got to this level, the price action stopped. You stop seeing sellers hit the bid, and like it just stopped. It looks like nothing's happening. Usually that means there's a lot of data being processed. There's an order being put through. There's a buyer down there that the sellers don't want to touch. They see it and they're like, you'll see the offer not come down any further near. It probably stayed around. If this was 50-40, offer may have stayed at 50-42, 50-45, somewhere around there, and that bid just stayed there at 50-40. No one touched it. Anyway, but the trade I probably would have took somewhere around here or over here. Why these spots right here? Because it reclaimed the VWAP, reclaimed the 9 and the 200. You know, higher low, higher low, higher low. You know, and these are 5-minute candles. So you have 5, 10, 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes, the stock picked the direction it wanted to go, and then it went there for the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes. You know, only thing that slowed us down was when it came up to this 50 moving average. Now, like I said earlier, this isn't the only time frame I use. Let's back it up. There we go. But look at that. Spiked up, 50 moving average, touched it, bang, slammed back down. Held this after the breakout and the pre-market support that was here earlier. Went up, couldn't hold it, went back down, and just started to fade off. Pretty sure that's not what it did for the rest of the day. Yeah, no, that's what it did. It tried gapping up here at the end after I found that base. Nice little support, some consolidation at this 51.72. Right there, 51.72, 51.70, somewhere around there. You know, tomorrow would be, I want to see what this does. Usually you can get stocks that like this, they'll be in play for like the next couple of days. All right, but I use multiple time frames, like I said earlier, and to get these multiple time frames on the same screen, screen real estate is a thing when you're a trader. Let's go here. You just click on this button, and you can select. So use 4 different time frames. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. All right. First, let's save our study. How about that? Let's save everything we've done. Save our style, our study. So we're going to click on the style button, drop down here, save style, and you can have right here, include patterns and study set. Let's call this TAC. Check this box here. I'll click save, and then I'll highlight this and I'll just drag it. Boom. Boom. And boom. Now you can see the time frames are all the same. It's still defaulted back to the old screen, and that's fine. What we also got to do is just come up here, change this, drop this down, 1-day 10-minute chart, 5-day 15-minute chart, and 1-day 30-minute chart. Boom. All right. All that looks good. Now let's load our style how we want it here. Toss TAC. There it is. TAC. Bang. And load style TAC. And last but not least, there we go. All right, now we have our time frames. We have our time frames, we have our indicators, everything's set up, it's ready to go. This is how I view my charts every day. You can see here, sometimes you will see something on a 5-minute chart, and you look at it on a 10-minute chart, or even a 20-minute chart. Did I change these? I thought I dropped those down. Did I drop them down? No. It didn't. There we go. That's more like it. I apologize about that. 10-minute and the 30. There you go. Each one of these, tells a story. But you can see something on a 5-minute chart, and maybe look at it on a 10-minute chart, and it may not look the same. I mean, your thought may be like, oh, maybe it's a long instead of a short. 15, 30. Each one of these just gives you more information that you can use to make an educated decision on how to execute your trades. That's all. And once you start getting confirmation, like, oh, look, let's zoom in here. Yep, it touched the 50, then it pulled back. And on the 10-minute chart, it broke through the 20 on the 10-minute. Had a topping tail, pulled down. That's usually a sign of reversal right there. It tried to reach up, and a lot of sellers came in, got near that 50, and they just pushed it down. This probably would have spooked a lot of folks, because you want to see more topping tails. Like the next 2 candles would have been more of these doji hammers, or upside down hammers, however you want to call them. That would have been a clear sign of a short. Like these 2 look like they're pretty much, but the volume shows that they're both red. So what are you going to do? 15-minute, nice, clear signal as far as it being short. And of course in the 30s, same thing. So you could have took a short here around 53.10, maybe even at the whole dollar mark, and would have got paid by the next 15-minute candle. You would have got down to 52.30. You know, those are pretty good odds. Anyway, that's how I have my charts. That's how I look at them every day. If you guys like this video, let me know. I'll make more. It's got some recording of watching stocks live that I've recorded. I usually try to record when I'm trading so I can watch it back and get better, take notes, listen to myself during the trading day, see how I'm feeling when I'm in a stock. Am I anxious? Am I relaxed? Stuff like that. It helps you. You know, you journal it, you grow, and you adapt. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Bye.